T60 player. Gets down early, picks up length, and gets more than enough on the bat to pierce those two fielders. So far, Shadab in his first three has gone for 9.
Left-handers, I thought, right-handers up the top. You and Moeen?
Yeah, I think so. It's obviously been spoken about quite a bit, but I think when you've got a platform like this, it's pretty much licensed for the whole order now to keep being really attacking and put a good score on the board.
Well, thanks for your time, Sam. Hope we will see you in the next game, Cardiff.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Did he need a box like you need a box?
Well, for the first time, me, Nas, Sam, Curran, everyone's my height. Rather me their height.
Here we go!
Good from England. 96 for 1 at the halfway mark.
England are motoring along. Halfway stage, 96 for 1. Partnership worth 71 from just 41. We've seen some wonderful shots from Josh Butler and some utterly brutal ones from Will Jacks. That 6 off the back foot in the previous over off Imad, who up to that point had been absolutely miserly, was quite astonishing. It was hit with such ferocity at such a height, I thought it was going to come through the commentary pod. And that's on the back foot of a slow left armour. Extraordinary.
I actually think that's the way to play Imad, because he's trying to bowl straight, duck it back into the right-hander and cramp them for room. So what you can do is exactly what Will Jacks did there. You've got to be brave, you've got to show your stumps, but once you do, it opens up that offside. And if you said what is Will Jacks' super strength, then it's probably hitting over extra cover off either front or back foot. I agree with you, it was a fantastic shot. I still think his shot over mid-on straight was the shot of the innings so far, but it's a terrific platform that England have now.
Super strength.
Super strength. It was, I know that term kind of came from the Flower-Strauss regime, where they would talk about players, not just their strengths, but their super strengths.
Well, it was a super shot, 2 super shots. Butler's play his hand as well, because he's 4 away from a 50. Players have paused for a drink. It's nearly time to restart the action. One thing we should mention is now, and it'll happen in the World Cup, is there's 60 seconds between overs. We have to be ready to bowl the next over. So the fielding side are on the clock at the end of every over, which I think is a good development. Do you agree?
Absolutely. Some T20 games go on an interminable length of time, and it's supposed to be a short, sharp, snappy game. Get the players on the clock, get the game through at a decent time, so people don't have to leave the ground at around midnight. And there are penalties, so you get a couple of warnings, and if you're still transgressing, then you'll get a 5-run penalty, and that's a significant penalty. So players will be aware of that. They'll have to get a hurry on.
So Harris was taken for 17 from his first over, including that 6 that Athers was talking about, straight over long on from Will Jacks, who faces him now. Slices to back the point. Simple catch. The break through has come after the break. Pakistan now had 2.
Reckon this might have been a slower ball from the way that Will Jacks played this through the shot and skewing it off a thickish outside edge. Shadab it is at backward point. Just held it back a fraction. You could see that Jacks was through the shot, and that's a good catch by Shadab as the ball was rising over his eye line. Haris Rauf needed that because he was very expensive in the first over, so a boost to his confidence. Jack's gone for a powerfully struck 37.96 for 2.
Well, he'd taken some tap in that first over, and that was a canny little bit of bowling with a change of pace and a good catch from Shadab, and the crowd are up for this now because there are plenty of Pakistani supporters in Edgbaston. Just a little change, and a good catch, as you say, leaping up above his head, just through the shot a fraction early.
Yeah, a couple of very good slower balls have been bowled actually. In the first over, Shaheen bowled one that really deceived Phil Salt, who just chipped it in the air to mid-wicket, and now this one from Haris Rauf that deceived Will Jacks. Well, Johnny Bairstow, fresh from cooking the England squad, a barbecue at his house up north.
He did not cook the barbecue. He paid a very expensive chef, a very famous chef, to come in and cook some burgers and sausages.
Well, I think I could do that. I mean, just shove them on the coals.
Bit of a waft to start, and acknowledgement from the keeper that he's okay to come and leave his crease. Side, you would think. Haris Rauf is very animated in his conversation with the wicketkeeper, Azam Khan, to try and get it reviewed. I think he's wasting his time, because that for me was going down on the angle. They do review.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW given not out on field. I've checked the feet to fair delivery. Can we go on to front on spin vision, please? Okay, ball's close to the inside edge. Can I confirm with ultra edge, please? Okay, flat line. Flat line as it passes the bat through to the pad. There's no bat involved. Ball trucking when available, please. Stand by for ball trucking. Original decision not out. Pitching in line. Impact outside. I'll go back on field to Michael. Michael, you can stay with your not out decision. You're on screen now.
That review had Nout going for it. Bad one. Burnt one, Pakistan. To regret it.
You know, the wicketkeeper's got an important role to play there. You could see that Azam Khan was going down the leg side. He's got a clear view of that line. You can understand why the bowler who's peeling off to the offside might not necessarily have a great view of the line, and of course the adrenaline's flowing and he fancies it, but the wicketkeeper's got to be strong and say no, we're not. Look where he is, look where he's appealing from there.
But he's still appealing.
It's not like he didn't. He's about 3 feet down the leg side,
but he appealed. Haris Rauf has fallen onto his knees, and Bairstow, somewhat ungainly, is away and off the mark. There's a real art to reviewing it. You've really got to trust him. Try and take emotion completely out of it. But he is so far down the leg side of the wicketkeeper, why is he appealing? But anyway, Barber's got to make the final.
Yeah, I mean, you know, wicketkeeper backs up the bowler, that's fine, but he's got to be strong enough there to say to the captain who's at mid-off that no, because that was a shocking review.
97 for 2 from 11. Very good over from Harris Ralph. 17 from his first. 1 run from that and the wicket of Will Jacks. So a little look at the battle between Will Jacks and Harris. Fantastic 6 early on. One that Michael Atherton was talking about. Over mid-on. Slightly shorter and slower. Jacks just carves that to backward point where Shadab took a good catch. He's now in the action again. Been expensive. 31 from 12 balls. You mentioned spin and the pitches that you may or may not get in the Caribbean because of the small squares. What about pace-off deliveries? I mean, you go back to 2010, I know it's a long time ago, but England's slower ball cutter bounces into the pitch. Think that's going to be relevant again?
Well, that was all a novelty back in 2010. It's not so much of a novelty now, but I think the point is taken. Yeah, ready, boy! That the pitches in certain parts of the Caribbean, maybe particularly Antigua, maybe Guyana, Trinidad, they might slow up as the tournament progresses, small squares or blocks as they call them in Oz, maybe used pitches. Abrar is a very interesting one, isn't he, for Pakistan? Mystery spinner, whether he will get an opportunity at some stage. Gone with Shadab, and Imad, who's bowled very well today. Imad.
He's quickly into position, Josh Butler, but not able to get any real meaningful connection. So he moves to 47 and England to 99. Almost to Johnny Bairstow there for a bit of lack of pace. He was aiming something violent towards the Holly stand.
Well, it'll have to be violent to get it into the Hollis stand because it's a long boundary that way and it's into quite a strong wind now that's blowing across the ground.
Gone leg side towards the Holly stand and it's a couple of bounces. To Rizwan brings up England's 100 after 11 overs and 5 balls. He took a liking to Kuldeep Yadav, didn't he, in the 2019 50-over World Cup at this ground, but he was whacking him in the other direction. It's an astonishing assault on the spin of India. Fairly evenly paced 50s from England, 100 for 2. Steady over, decent over for Pakistan, 4 from it, 101 for 2.
Yeah, got a lot of applause. The Pakistan dugout is just away to our left, and there was a significant round of applause there for that over from Shadab, who'd been expensive, but that was classic kind of spin bowling in the T20 era, driving the ball into the pitch and trying to get it kind of bail height, bail trimming height. Not just floating it up there, let the batsman get under it and hit you down the ground, bowling the ball into the surface and quite quickly.
Harris to continue from the Birmingham end. Very well bowled and very well dug out too by England's captain.
Yeah, that's a real strength of Harris Ralph's, isn't it? Bowling those quick Yorkers, just a fraction of either angle, or maybe even a bit of reverse swing from time to time. I know it's ball's not old at all, but it's just tailing into the right hand, a perfect line, and bang on the Yorker length as well.
90 miles an hour too. Sharp. Butler scoops. Trademark shot, 6. Wonderful batting, takes in the 50.
Terrific half-century from England's captain, who after a very disappointing 50-over World Cup will be looking to lead his T20 team in rather better fashion over the next month or so. He started off well here, 54 from 34. That's a trademark way to get to it. With fine leg up inside the circle, he picks it off immaculately.
Talk about that 50 over World Cup, and there was comment made about his captaincy and some of the decisions. Decision against South Africa in Mumbai. What England did miss was his numbers, his runs at the top of the order. If Butler's going to be firing at the top of the order.
It's just like his confidence drained away in that tournament. If you remember the very first game against New Zealand at Ahmedabad, he actually struck the ball quite nicely, and then I think just everything got on top of him. England were playing poorly, players were out of form, they're losing games, and just gradually that confidence both with him and the team just seemed to drain away. But this is a different format, a fresh start.
Slower ball again, I think. Bairstow has clunked it into the leg side, well short of the fielder. Not quite found his range yet, Johnny.
Well, what he was trying to do there was almost not quite the scoop that Butler played, but he was trying to open the blade, because fine leg is up. He's trying to get that behind square. Just couldn't get it anywhere near the middle of the bat.
Sort of gripped a little bit in the surface. That'll offer slight encouragement to the likes of Moeen Ali and Adil Rashid, and of course Liam Livingstone, who is playing in this game for England.
Big few games for Liam Livingstone, I think. Coming back in after a bit of a niggle. I'm not sure he'd have played at Leeds had we played that game there. I think Curran might have played for Livingstone, but he's fully fit today. He's not been in fantastic form. Didn't have a very good 50 over World Cup, but if he is in form, then becomes a very important player for England in this team. Both that destructive six-hitting ability in the middle of the order, and then obviously the way he can take it both ways with the ball.
Well, Harry Brook is on the car to come in next, but Liam Livingstone is limbering up behind him. Full toss that Bairstow cannot get away, 110 for 2.
Well, it was Phil Salt who got things going for England right at the start of the innings. That just allowed Jos Buttler to gather himself, get a sense of the pace of the bowling and the pitch, and then the moment Salt was out, Buttler started to accelerate. He's played some gorgeous shots. He's hit a couple into the stands and hit 5 boundary fours as well. He's rollicking along at a strike rate of 155, and maybe more to come.
Made that point on commentary earlier about how Salt going hard allowed Buttler perhaps to just get in. I thought you're absolutely right, and it reminded me a lot of the Jason Roy-Alex Hales partnership. Jason would go very hard at the bowlers from the off, which would allow Hales just to have a little look before he went. Hit hard, not placed quite well enough, a bit of a knee, and it's worked.
Well, I don't think that was deliberate, and maybe better seen at Wembley this afternoon. That game is underway, but Mohamed Amir coming round here was hit incredibly hard by Buttler and was spinning back towards Amir, which helped.
Oh, that's incredible. What an amazing shot from England's captain. That has gone miles.
Well, that reminds me very much of a shot that Kevin Peterson played at this ground, I think, many years ago against Mattia Muralitharan. We hadn't seen much of it then. It was more of an innovation, but my word, that is a magnificent shot from Jos Buttler.
The hand-eye coordination of Jos Buttler is staggering. KP would swap hands, wouldn't he? Buttler didn't change his hands there. Goes again. This time, the bowler saw him. Bit of a mix-up between Buttler and Bairstow, but no damage done because of the misfield from Shaheen Shah Afridi.
Yeah, there was a single. Butler was just apologising actually to Bairstow because he just needed to go straight away. Bairstow had called him through. That is an incredible shot, man. any left-hander would be so thrilled to play that shot. The sweet way that he timed that. Fantastic.
Now Bairstow joins in. More orthodox sweep. He's gone to the long part of the ground and he's gone all the way. So it's a big boundary into the breeze. That's powerful.
Yeah, I reckon that's the longest pocket of the ground, actually. Wide long on, deep mid-wicket. From the end, Bairstow is hitting there, the City end. Longest boundary into the wind. A measure of Bairstow's strength as much as anything.
Tries again. This does not connect with the middle of the bat. Boy, we've seen two fabulous shots in this over so far with a ball to go.
Remember that shot, KPs? What year was that? About, God, I can't remember. I reckon about maybe just before 2010.
I was going to say 2010, but I might be wrong. Incredible. Placed it, timed it, 4. Fabulous over for England. 20 from it, 130 for 2.
20 off the over, and the previous over Shadab had not done that much different, actually. Bowled it into the surface. England couldn't get him away, but this time they picked him off through the leg side, and of course, along with that, well, probably the shot of the day from Jos Buttler.
You're backtracking on your Will Jack sit down and long on, are you?
There's a few choice shots to choose from, for sure, today.
So the countdown clock has started. 60 seconds for Shaheen Shah Afridi to be ready to bowl the next over, which will be the 15th. The bowling with Mohammad Amir, bowled a couple, went for 21. Barbara Azam has felt the need to put pace back on the ball. Maybe he'll take pace off with a couple of cutters, but Butler certainly now Bairstow appear to have got their eye against the slower spinners.
Well, looking at the tactics, so the long part of the ground is to the offside here. First ball there from Shaheen was pushed well wide of Bairstow, bowling to the long side. There's nobody in the circle on the leg side. They're all out, long on, deep mid-wicket, deep backward square. But he's going to try and keep it away from that short side if he can. He's going to push it wide at Bairstow and try and get him to hit to the long side.
Field slightly changed on the offside. Deep backward point is on the fence, and the third man is inside the circle. Bairstow smokes it over extra cover. The first ball was spot on in terms of its length and in line, and that one just put it straight into Johnny Bairstow's arm.
Well, it's a game of cat and mouse, isn't it? Because Bairstow knows exactly what Shaheen is doing. The field is set for it, so what he's doing there is he's trying to shuffle across his stump so it's still within his arc and his range.
So now where does Shaheen go? Does he stick with the plan?
I mean, it's that, you know, you can't mouse the bowler as well. He could occasionally try, if Bairstow's going to do that, maybe try a leg stump Yorker. I think you just got to keep the batter guessing, even though you know what your general plan is to protect that short side.
Tries to go in short to his body, and he's been flipped over the England dugout for 6.
Great batting, this. Bairstow, the previous ball, moving across his stumps, opening up that area from extra cover. That's forced Shaheen straighter and fuller, and he's just picked it off with a flick of the wrists down over fine leg.
It's just a flick. He has not tried to hit that at all. It's just a flick, a push up with the bottom hand, and that has sailed over the fence. Set for a baseball style whack. Didn't get all of it, but it's gone past the wicketkeeper Azam Khan, and it's gone for 4. So now Pakistan and Shaheen Shah Afridi under massive pressure.
This was the slower ball, so he's gone wide Yorker and gone for 4. He's tried the straight Yorker and gone for 6. This is the slower ball, a good one, just comes off the pad and probably should have been stopped.
Out the back of the hand. Keeper should have done better. Different length brings a bit of respite. Has he got enough of it to get it over the field? And no, straight into his hands. Shaheen Shah of Breeding celebrates mid-pitch. It's been expensive, but Bairstow departs.
Iftikhar, the catcher, deep backward square. Bairstow going for the short side. Perfectly fair option. He just didn't quite get the elevation on it. And Iftikhar takes the safe catch, again out of the back of the hand, so Bairstow's got to try and put the pace on the ball. He can't quite put enough of it on it, and that is safely held. So Pakistan have their third, Shaheen has one. Dangerous Bairstow, gone for 21 off 18. Just looking out who's coming in, it's Harry Brook, who skips to the middle with England 144 for 3.
Harry Brook. Returning at the pavilion end, number 9, Imad Wasim.
144 for 3. Timely wicket of Johnny Bairstow for Pakistan. And Wasim back into the attack. 5 overs left. England's building momentum nicely. I think wickets will halt them at this stage, and the mindset will take into the final. 29 deliveries. Very talented Harry Brook comes to the crease. List of 81. Look at that strike rate. Will only get better and better. It's an outstanding innings from him in international cricket so far. The important period of the game ahead. Nasser, what have you made of it so far?
Yeah, I think England have been excellent. They've been positive. They've got a long batting lineup. They look like they've got some players in good nick as well. Will Jacks looked in great nick. Johnny Bairstow was just getting going. And I think this is a ball we'll see more of in the Caribbean in the World Cup, especially if you're hitting and pulling into a breeze. I think you'll bowl it into the pitch and try and get batters hitting into the breeze. Short ball will be very useful in the World Cup that comes in a week or so ahead. Imad bowls straight, simple as that. Michael Atherton mentioned it in his first over. He doesn't try and turn many, and that bowling brings in so many modes of dismissal. LB bowled, caught in the deep, stumping, whatever, so he just bowls straight, bowls well.
Again and gone. Harry Brook comes and goes after 2 deliveries. Excellent bowling yet again from Imad Wasim.
He just bowls straight. They don't come straighter than that. Out of retirement, into the wickets, and into the middle and off. Quite brilliant from Imad Wasim. Harry Brook goes for 1. 147 for 4.
Excellent planning, execution. He keeps it very, very simple. Does Imad. Never a big turner of the delivery. Harry Brook looking to open up the offside and hit to the shortest part of the ground. Imad follows him. Back-to-back wickets here in consecutive overs here for Pakistan. Emphasise such an important period of the game for both sides. only left-hander in the England batting lineup today. Moeen Ali, the vastly experienced. I wonder if they were tempted at any stage to promote him up the order and break that cycle of right-handers. Excellent over so far, the 16th. 3 runs conceded. The big wicket of Brook. For 18 so far. His 3.5 overs delivery left in his work today with the ball. He's been the standout bowler for Pakistan. The control that he has given his captain has been immense. Finishes with 2 for 19. Well bowled, young man. 149 for 4.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Others around him have gone the distance. They've been expensive. Some have gone at more than 10s. Imad Wazir, an economy of under 5 with 2 wickets. Outstanding bowling.
Four overs to go. His first innings, 149 for 4. How many can England get? His captain, 72 from 43, has been exceptional. Much a Joss Butler type innings so far. Some innovation, classy shots. There's played conditions. Windy day here at Edgbaston. Going from one side of the ground square to the other. Amir. And that's what have you made of the lengths Pakistan have bowled?
I think their seamers have tried to be full, but actually have ended up in the slot quite a bit. The short ball, as I say, I think they can use the short ball more, but you'll know, Owen, that you can't be predictable with that. The more you go with that, batters will set themselves for it. So it's still got to be the surprise ball, but they have bowled in the slot, the seamers, a bit too much. Nowadays, with the skills of the batters, you just go the distance.
Yeah, that certainly has told a story ahead to the World Cup. That variation, very important. That's what score do you think England will be looking at? What will Pakistan looking to be restrain them to?
Well, I mean, you'd say 180 would be what they would look to restrain them to, but I think actually England would, the way they've gone, they might get more here, especially if that man on screen, Barbara Azam will try and keep them down, but Butler, his opposition captain, he bats through, England will be looking more for 200. Pakistan said after their first defeat to Ireland that they're going to change their mode. Batting first, everything has to be 200 plus. I reckon they're going to have a similar mode here as well. Can't be chewing up deliveries.
Yeah, I agree, and I think part and parcel of Babar Azam winning the toss and choosing to field is because the pace of the game is set for him. He'll have to establish what a good score will be. Down the wicket, Butler this time. Slower ball, very effective from Amir. This is the style of bowling, Nas, you were talking about.
Yeah, I think so. You said it right early doors on the commentary that it is a little bit too pace, this pitch. So if you can add to that by constantly changing the pace, as he's doing there, batters can just lose their rhythm to their shots. Got to keep changing the pace, changing the lens, keep the batters guessing.
Side field still set. Fine leg up in the ring, only one on the leg side. Pulled away from Butler and in the gap. Excellent shot. Sat back. absolutely dealt with it.
There's my point. Short of the length, bowling, and then the batter's set, right, we're going to set ourselves, wait for it, and that's what Buttler's doing. So you have to be unpredictable, and I'm afraid Amir there was predictable.
He reads the game so well as the England captain. One of the best white ball players in world cricket. Great to see him in this type of form for all England fans. Down the wicket again, slower ball again. Dot ball to finish the 17th, 157 for 4.